Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Facebook Live. I am Amy Cifuentes, and I'm here today with Holly Stout, our Director of Product Development. And Holly's going to help us out with a few products and telling us a little bit about how you can use these products to make some delicious recipes. And this is important because over the next 2 weeks, we are going to be running a contest, and we want you to submit your best recipes using at least 2 of our Forever products. So pay attention because Holly has some really great products that really pair well together. And so she's going to help us go through those. So Holly, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Great.
Go ahead and get started.
Great. Hello, Forever family. So nice to be with you today. As Amy mentioned, I get to share with you some of my favorite recipes using at least 2 of our Forever Living products to make some really delicious drinks. Now, many of you might be familiar with these recipes. I'm hoping that some of you, it'll be a new thing for you and you'll think, gosh, I'd never thought to try that. So let's go ahead and dive right in. My very first new favorite recipe came as we went into the settle in with this whole situation that's going on around the world. Typically in the fall and the winter, I like to drink a chai tea. And I was thinking, gosh, I want to have that comfort, that delicious flavor and that comfort feeling. How can I create this now? Because let's be real, I live in Arizona and I didn't want to necessarily drink a hot drink. So I quickly went to work and I created an iced chai tea latte using 2 of our products. So let me give you the recipe. You're going to take 8 ounces of water, bring it to a boil, and then you're going to steep your aloe blossom tea for just about 10 minutes. You're then going to take some ice. You're going to take that full amount of the tea that's been steeped, so take all of your tea, pour it with some almond milk and 1 scoop of light ultra vanilla and blend well. This is the most refreshing taste. You get that beautiful flavor, that rich flavor from the aloe blossom tea, and then you get the thickness, almost like that decadent, wonderful experience from drinking our light ultra shake. But let's talk about some of the benefits that you can actually receive, because it's not just an enjoyable drink. You actually get really great benefits when trying them. So our aloe blossom herbal tea is an incredible flavor. For any of you who have not tried it, the flavor and the aroma, it assigns a memory to me. Usually I think of fall and I think of everything, that the leaves are changing color and everything's going into this state of dormancy. And I love the flavor. But like I said, I brought it now current to spring and summer. There are 0 calories. It's caffeine free. You can actually drink it iced or hot. So you can add ice and drink it cool, or actually drink it hot. My preference up until just recently was hot, but now I've got a great way to try it cold. It's vegan and vegetarian. This is really important. We're seeing a massive trend globally where people are really looking for products that meet their dietary restrictions. So this meets both of them. They're both vegan and vegetarian, and it's also gluten-free for those who have the diets that are trying to avoid gluten. So a great option for really everybody. The next is our light ultra. Now this is one I get a lot of questions on. People ask, number 1, why do we use the type of protein that we use? And I'm going to give you the short and simple answer. The protein that we use in Light Ultra is the most complete plant-based protein on the planet that allows us to have the fewest allergens. So we want a full protein, a complete protein. We want it plant-based and we want to minimize allergens. Forever Light Ultra contributes to lean muscle mass. It has 17 grams of protein per serving. That's enough and significant for any sort of protein that you are trying to get. It's a great source of vitamins and nutrition. This is actually one product that's been designed to be a meal replacement. So instead of a lunch, you can go ahead and opt for a shake. Now, please eat your food. We want you eating regularly. This is a great option on those days when you choose to skip a meal, or if you're doing Clean 9 or you're working on your FIT program. But really, it's an amazing meal replacement because it has all the vital minerals and nutrients that you need. It complements a low-carb lifestyle, it's vegetarian-friendly, and it's also gluten-free. So when I add this to my iced chai tea latte, it just adds this really rich, decadent flavor, and I can sip on it, and I'm satisfied with that wonderful aroma from our Blossom tea, and I get the thickness from our Light Ultra. Plus, I'm getting extra protein and all those wonderful benefits from the tea, so it's a great combination. Next up, I'm going to talk to you about a kid power drink. This is a kid's superpower punch, so to speak. You're going to take in a blender some ice, 1 tablet of our Forever Bee Propolis. You heard me right. You're going to stick a tablet into your blender with your ice. You're going to take about half of a 330 ml, so 115 mLs of our aloe berry nectar, and you're going to take a half of a packet of super greens, and then you're going to mix it all together, and you're going to give it to your kids. This is an amazing drink designed to help support immune responses, help give them those vital vitamins and nutrients. Our Bee Propolis is an amazing product I'll talk about briefly here, but this is a way to introduce very slowly and in the right amount a wonderful drink for kids. Now, I let my daughter and my son drink this. They love it because of the flavor. Mom loves it because she knows what they're getting and she knows how good it is for them. Our Forever Super Greens has an ideal blend of over 20 fruits and vegetables, and it also contains superfoods and aloe. This is an amazing formula. In a little teeny tiny stick pack, you get so many rich benefits. It supports pH balance and immunity. So this is a product that really helps your body find that balanced state so that it can defend itself against those environmental assaults. It helps support natural energy levels and metabolism. It's high in antioxidants, vitamin C and vitamin E. Antioxidants are what you need, again, to help support your body as it's fighting off those environmental assaults. It's vegetarian-friendly, vegan-friendly, and gluten-friendly. So once again, we have a lot of options here at Forever Living Products for those who have those more restricted dietary lifestyles. And now let's talk about Bee Propolis. You think, gosh, is it going to taste a little funny? Well, I chew my Bee Propolis, so it's not unfamiliar to me. My children chew Bee Propolis, so it's not unfamiliar to them. And it actually adds a very interesting taste to the super greens and the aloe berry nectar when you put them together. Bee Propolis is actually one of the most powerful parts of the hive. The beehive is the most sanitary and antiseptic place on the planet, meaning the bees do everything in their power to protect what the bees outside who are scourging for the pollen and the food are bringing inside to the hive. Propolis is what the bees use to actually seal the entrance of their hive, and every bee which enters the hive has to pass through this propolis and get cleaned, so to speak. So it has this antimicrobial property in the hive to prevent those bees that were out flying around externally to bring in something internally. So it sterilizes the hive in kind of a different way of thinking about it. Bee Propolis is actually made of tree resin. So as the bees are flying around and collecting all the amazing things that they bring back to the hive, they actually have a secretion that when mixed with tree resin forms this kind of thick, gooey substance. And again, this is what they actually regurgitate and put onto their hive in order to defend the hive and keep it at its ultimate purity, its ultimate safety, and just make sure that nothing gets into it. So Bee Propolis right now is one of the 4 main products sitting on my counter during this time, simply because I love it to help my body defend itself, to give me a nice immune support, to work in collaboration with all the other things that I'm taking by our Forever Living products, both by way of nutraceuticals, powders. I love our products. I'm taking them. They're on my counter for my whole family. Bee Propolis is one of them. So this is a really great product to add to a kid's punch. And it also makes it taste good, which is really a bonus. So you don't have to make your kids swallow a pill. They can actually crush it up, put it in a drink, and drink it. They're going to love the flavor. You're going to love the benefits that they get from it. So there you go. Those are some of my favorite recipes. I hope that you enjoy them. We have amazing ingredients here, and I'm really excited about this challenge, Amy. This is going to be a lot of fun because our FBOs, they get to really put their thinking caps on and they get to create recipes. And from what I understand, they get to first start with 2 Forever products and then add other things, right?
Right, exactly. So if you have an idea for creating a yummy drink, whether that's a mocktail or a shake or a smoothie, kind of like the kids' power punch, then you can create anything you like. So test lots of things, come up with the best recipe, because the best one will actually be featured in our Aloe Life magazine, our next issue that we're currently working on. And you will be able to be featured. We'll feature your name. It'll be a really nice highlight, and we're actually going to be sharing that on social media and everywhere. So it's a really exciting thing to be a part of. The next thing I just wanted to share was that the deadline is May 8th. So be sure to share your recipes with us using the hashtag Sip of the Season. That hashtag will ensure that we see your recipe and that we can start to look at which one of these recipes is the best one. Holly, I think my favorite thing that you've explained is the bee propolis, because I never really think to put those types of bee products into a shake or into a smoothie, but it feels like propolis, maybe pollen, might be some great products to use. And if you're taking them every day, it's kind of a good way to mix it up so you don't get tired of the tablets chewing them every day.
It's so true, Amy. And again, when you're used to taking them, whether you swallow them or chew them, it does add a really interesting flavor. And so that's the point that you want to bring in other flavors, right? Bring in maybe some supplements with the Forever. Like Amy mentioned, bee pollen makes really, really good ingredient for this new recipe that you're creating. They could use spices, seasonings, other types of ingredients. I'm really excited to see, because I'm always inspired by our FBOs, what they create. I'm really excited for this. I can't wait to try what some of the winning recipes taste like.
Yeah, same. I think especially that vanilla chai that you explained at the beginning, I have some ideas about how I might make it a little different and add some flavor and kick to it. So start thinking about it, and definitely submit your recipes. Your deadline, like I said, is May 8th. That's next Friday. So while you're at home and there's nothing else to do, grab your kids and start thinking about some fun recipes that you can try in the kitchen. Submit them, again, hashtag Sip of the Season. So that's it. Thank you all for watching, and we wish you all a very good day. Be sure to continue watching our Facebook page, as we have more trainings from people like Holly, our executive team, some great FBOs that are being interviewed later this week. Exciting stories, very motivating during these times, so be sure to keep watching. Thanks for joining.
Bye.